Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is the Nathan343 and we are doing a review on the King Kutter 4-foot tiller that we have. Kind of basically doing a review for all the King Kutter stuff because this one has really done us well and has never broke down on us, never failed us. We've not had any problems with it. So if you're looking for a subcompact tiller for your subcompact tractor, then stay tuned. Well, the first time we used the King Kutter, basically the first thoughts in mind were how great of a job it does with the first pass. This is a first pass that we did at our garden that had been sitting untilled last fall, or the previous fall. This was actually a few years ago that we had filmed this, but as you can see, the first pass does a really, really good job. It turns a lot of the old decayed matter and flips it under. We also use it to break ground that hadn't been broken in several years. We were actually doing a kind of a grading and a reshaping and landscaping this front yard here where there was a bunch of low spots and slopes, and the water was running back towards the house. So we tilled it, graded the soil, reseeded it, and it did a phenomenal job there. I didn't even have to have it all the way idled up for it to chew through the dirt. As you can see here, we are using a BX 2200 Kubota. This is a 22 horse Kubota, and as you can see, it does just fine. Here we're doing a little food plot, and the food plot we do every year for long passes. I mean, you can use this quite a bit for just practically anything, even food plots. I mean, no matter the size. If you wanted to do a 30-acre field with one of these, you could. Now, the overall, the tines, I think the tines being the L shape that they are is what helps it do a better job. Those curved tines that you see on some tillers, I just don't think they do such a great job. And all tillers that we have seen, that we have gotten, have always been crated up. So you might notice that when you get your tiller. Also, you can get them in different lengths. King Kutter makes them in just more than just orange. They make them in yellow. We just happen to get ours orange because we have an orange tractor. Now we're doing the slow-mo video here so that you can see exactly how the dirt is coming out of the unit. The tines do spin forward instead of backwards, but you can get the ones that spin backwards. They say it buries the residue a lot better. But as you can see, the chunks flying out of there, this would be a second pass, and they're not extremely big. They're pretty good size in nature, and like I say, the pieces coming out of the back, as long as you have that tailgate down, it's going to chew them up pretty good. So an area that hasn't been tilled in a while, it normally does a pretty good job the first pass. Normally when I till up a garden for someone yearly, I till it up 2 passes generally, and it normally does a pretty good job. Also, the skid plates on the bottom make it easy, so if you're just doing an area where you're seeding an area and you just want to break the surface loose, you can set that to where the tines only go down an inch or 2. So that's real nice that King Kutter has done that. And I think the equations of it, the heights that they have set for it, are pretty good. You're probably asking, how much maintenance do I have to do to this tiller? Well, let me tell you this. It's made in the USA. So, we have only greased, which it has 2 grease certs on it. It has one over here on the left side, from where you're looking at it now. It has some on the, obviously the PTO shaft, and there's one on the other side. So there's like 3-4 grease certs total. And you also want to make sure that your gear fluid is topped off. I check it every year, sometimes twice a year, and make sure everything's good to go. so that it is ready and to exceed anything I put it through. So my conclusion is that King Kutter has outperformed any other tiller that I have ever used. I used a Land Pride once to do a fairly big job, and first time I used it, the gearbox messed up. So we have not had any gearbox issues with this. We haven't had much trouble. It works real great. It tills to between 10 and 14, 15 inches down. So you can really get down and loosen up that soil deep, which in a garden is what you want to do. You want to bring that matter that's deep down to the surface and bring the nutrients where you want them. So I hope this has helped you guys make a decision in your purchase of a King Kutter tiller. The one thing I do kind of regret, nothing too big, is I wish I would have got a 5-foot instead of a 4-foot. That way it would have extended a little bit past the wheels, and it would have been able to cover up the tracks as you drove across the land that you were tilling. Now, these are made for the bigger tractors. You just have to get a different category hitch, like a quick attach, or you may have to saw your PTO shaft a little different, because these PTO shafts come a little bit longer than they're supposed to. So more than likely, just like we had to saw the shaft down. Well guys, thanks for checking this one out. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.